Hi, this is Thomas Armstrong, and I want to talk with you about a new book that I wrote. It's a novel called Childless. It's my first novel, my 20th book overall, and it's a story about a childless child psychologist who tries to foil a U.S. government plot to declare childhood as a medical disorder and eliminate it from the human genome. Dr. Sumner, who's the main character in this book, feels like a hypocrite because he is this world famous child psychologist, but he hasn't worked with a child for over 30 years. And so he feels like he needs to somehow rectify this by going out into the world and doing some tremendous deed to help children. And in the course of this, he goes on an odyssey that results in him getting into all kinds of trouble. He gets into a fight on a beach. He takes a Brazilian herb and has a bad trip in a Walmart. He has really bad sex with a colleague of his, a female colleague from college days. He visits his old college mentors from his dissertation committee. He finds out that one's a drug addict, one is a soulless multimillionaire huckster selling children's toys, and the other one is a child molester convicted in San Quentin. So he really, gets into a lot of problems. And the worst problem of all, he gets kidnapped by the U.S. government when he's on that Walmart bad trip. And in the course of being kidnapped, and he's being incarcerated um, in the underground bunkers underneath the National Institute of Health, he learns of a plot to declare childhood as a medical disorder. The fact that the government research suggests that childhood is very emotional, it's very fuzzy and unclear, it's simply not productive enough. And so they want to eliminate it and make it so that you're born and pop into an adult within a minute of being born. And they call these people popcorn adults. And so this is the underlying plot. And there's the government on one side trying to create a genetic fix to remove childhood. And on the other side, I have a character who's a schizophrenic Nobel Prize winning geneticist. And his purpose is exactly the opposite, to create a genetic fix that will extend childhood into later life, so that we'll essentially be young at heart and have the demeanor of a childlike person into our 80s and 90s. And so these two forces go head to head, and the final showdown takes place at Lake Itasca in Minnesota, which is the source of the Mississippi River. Anyway, that's a little bit about the book. There's a lot of other things that I didn't mention. It's available on Amazon as an ebook. That means you can use it on your Kindle or your mobile or your tablet. And it's also available, as you see here, in paperback. So I hope you get the book. It's very interesting. Of course, I would say that since I wrote it. And I hope that you buy it. Thanks very much.